Hello guys. Yes, so let's continue with our series, right? So uh we've already created a basic stateless widget, okay, that just returns a placeholder, right? So this is just very basic. But let's as you can see, my emulator is still calling what does not exist, right? It's not been refreshed yet. So let's save this first by uh, clicking on Ctrl S. Okay, so in the last video, I did some stuff I did not really explain. Like, for example, I undo what I did before, and how to do that is by doing for those of you on Windows, is by doing Control plus Z, right? To undo. Okay, that is I think the shortcut for that is a CTR plus Z to undo. So it's very simple. Is a general command, right? So, but I just feel I'm also talking to people that are very inexperienced as well. So that should be covered there. So let's leave this there and save. So this is how this magic happens. We've created our home screen. Okay. Now, if you can see our main.dat file is still giving us this error. Okay. We want to get rid of this error so that we can have our design up here. So in order to do that, let's go back to take note of this home screen, right? Let's go back to main.dat. Okay. So this is where the home screen is required, right? In this our main.dat. Okay, so if I should come here and then I do call the name of the class, sorry, home screen. So by default, you see the class, and then you see the import link. Okay, so let me quickly import this. But since it's a class, we have to add open and close brackets, right? Because it's actually a class. Now, if I should come up here, you will see our import statement for this class. So first, the project and first project, which is the name of our project, right? Up here is the name of our project, and then the name of the dat file, which is this home underscore screen. So now this is how the import works, right? If I should take this out, you will get to see that I will have a runtime error because this file is not recognized. Okay, so the only way Flutter recognizes files in other locations, okay, that that are not present here is by this import statement. Okay, so with this will give you a very vivid explanation of why we have this material.dat here. So you remember that Flutter is a Flutter uses material design. I explained from the onset. Flutter uses material design, which is uh, Google design sheets, right? Almost like their design structure or functions that guides you on how to make good designs or gives you the ability to make good designs. So everything is consist in this material.dat, right? So it's because of this material.dat we are able to create this stateless widget because the stateless widget is a function, okay, that is defined in material.dat, okay, already uh, built in by Google, right? So for you to actually bring in a class from a different file, we use this import statement. So let me quickly come here and say import, right? I say package, okay, and then I want to call home, right? Home, you see your file appears there, right? So because that's the name of that file. So with this, the error goes away, right? So let's quickly save this, Control S, and then let's run this project on an emulator so we can see the current state of our project. right? We click on run and then click on run without debugging. Okay, you can see below here it's going to take some time to run this build on our project, right? So, but let me just pause this just so we save that time, right? That running time. But on your end, go ahead and run, and then we continue with the class. So, guys, our build was successful, right? And then, so this is what we have, right? We have simply having this because on our home screen, let's go back here. We have this placeholder, right? So this placeholder is just a widget that returns. Uh, so how to really understand what a widget is made up of, right? The different constructors in a widget. If you place a cursor on the widget, right, you have the key, you have the color. Like for this is for placeholder. Now, on other widgets, right, they will come with different constructors or they'll come with different uh, variables in their constructors. Okay, so you have the key, color, and these are named constructor. So, so okay, let me not go into name constructors for now because I don't want to confuse you guys. So, but just understand that all these, all these, uh, all these values here, all these variables here are variables you can actually play with. Okay, so meaning you can change the color of this, then you can add stroke, you can so. But the most important thing, right, in this placeholder is the widget, which is the child. Okay, but since you're not really going to be using placeholder for now, let me get rid of this. Okay, let me get rid of this for now because we are not really going to be using placeholder. Okay, so what we want to return here is a class called scaffold. Scaffold, this is how it's spelled, and then open and close brackets, right? So in this scaffold, we have, if I place my cursor over it, you see that scaffold has something called bar body. It has lots of uh, uh, classes or it has lots of variables in its constructor. But as you progress in learning, right, you get to use all these variables. But what is most important for us is, let me save this first, Control S, and then let's see the result on our screen real time. Okay, so you see our screen becomes white. Okay, so meaning this scaffold is rendered. So now in your design, let me bring this up here just to help us, right? So in your UI design in Flutter, okay, there are different sections, okay? There are different sections in your design. So you can see at this top, we have uh, the, the top section, okay? And this top section in Flutter, it can also be known as the app bar section, okay? The app bar section. Now, so let's design this app bar section, right? So how to get this done is you see app bar, right? It actually returns an app bar. So like spelled like this, capital letter because this is actually a class in this scaffold. Okay, is a return class in this scaffold. If you place your cursor over this, you see that this app bar is a preferred size widget. As I said before, everything is a widget, irrespective of whatever name it's called, right? So you just need to know what this particular widget returns. Okay, everything is a widget. I'm calling this app bar, right? Because that is the name. That is what it represents, the top bar uh, of your uh, of your app, right? Now you put open and close brackets, and then what does app bar? If you place your cursor on app bar, right, you now see that app bar has what they call the leading widget. It also has the title. It has lots of things, right? But what we are more concerned about is the title for now. Let's just say title, and then let's say we want to return a text just to represent the title, right? So remember, a text is also a widget. You do this by entering text, a text, right? And then because it's a class, you must always put this uh, open and close brackets. If you place your cursor, you see that this text requires data, which is the text actually, and is a string. Okay, so we call this, and you define a string this way by entering uh by entering uh your quotation sign, single or double quotation. You can make it this way. You can also use double quotation, right? So we define the name. We say first project. So let's save this by hitting the control S. So at the top here, you can see we have first project, right? Now there is also um, another widget called leading that app bar returns. Okay. Now, if I should click on this app bar by holding Control plus, you just hold Control and then click on it. Okay. It will take me to where that define this class. Remember, all this all these widgets, they are all inbuilt, bundled into Flutter. Right? They are all inbuilt classes bundled into Flutter. So from here, you see everything is defined here in this class. It takes in a leading, and this leading is actually, if you place a cursor on leading, it's actually a widget, right? And then it also takes in, by default, it automatically apply this leading. So meaning this leading is automatically applied by default, right? To be true. So let's go back. So this will help you really understand what's going on in Flutter. If you take your time, but it's not something you will be doing frequently, but once in a while, right? Whenever you're working with a, whenever you're working with a class, I do not really understand what this class offers, right? Do not really know what this class does. All you need to do is go to the class, click, hold your control, then click on the class, right? It will bring you to where this class is originally defined and whatever is required of this class and whatever function it does. So if you create, if you read through, you see that create a material design app bar. If elevation is specified, it must be non-negative. Typically used, so everything about this particular class is all here for you to study and understand, right? So having said that, this is the title, which is our first project. Okay. Now there's also another class called leading. There's another function or another widget called leading, right? And this leading also takes a widget, whatever you want the widget to be. So remember, I told you before, a widget can be an icon, it can be a text, it can be a container, it can be an avatar, it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be anything, right? So anything, whenever you see that something is a widget, right, it simply means you can actually place any content in that place, right? So let's quickly use an icon and see. In order for you to use an icon, you say console ICO, you see, you just click on it, and then same thing, open and close bracket, and then icon takes icon, right? So this is how it works. You say icon, then inside of it, it takes icon data, right? So in order for it to call icon data, you say icons, you call it icons dot, okay, So with this, I think my system is a little bit slow. You can actually enter the name of the icon. Let's say uh, arrow back. All right. So let's just say arrow back. This is an icon. Okay. So I should save this. Okay. You see what we have here. We have this arrow back. Okay. So there are lots of things you can actually do with there are lots of things you can actually do uh with with Flutter. Okay. So uh I think this video is already too long. Let's sorry, I think I just have power disconnection. Sorry about the community. So let's stop this video. It's already 15 minutes, and then in the next series we will continue.